everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Longino Show, man.
Yeah.
I'm blessed to be sitting right here with this young brother, G Herbo. Just got done tearing down the old National Center in
Yes,
Indianapolis,
sir.
Indiana, Naptown, man. What's going on?
What's up? What's up,
What's up,
man?
man? You know, man, the people love you here.
Yeah, man. I can't call as you can see, man. My voice gone from trying to give him a good show, so I gotta
Now,
recuperate.
how does it tell me the feeling? Because, I used to rap. You know what I mean? So I know the feeling on how it feels to perform on stage. But you have a different effect on people. They're reciting every word,
Yeah.
yelling and screaming from the
Yeah.
time you got on to the time you got off, man.
Yeah.
How did you build that kind of response and love from the fans,
Um,
and how does that feel?
Man, organically and really, I was just talking about it with my partners, just having a team that really it's the small things, bro. Like we really go do interviews and work our records, press runs. I really stop to take pictures and try to let the fans, get a piece of me. So everything really been growing. Like if my fans that been there from day one, they could tell you like I never really had a radio hit that took me from here to the sky, or I never really had like a big break in my career that made a difference besides something I did for myself. Like I had records with Nicki early on, and I never really became like a platinum selling artist, none of that. It was just really me working, putting out music and just, little material to just, stay relevant. And the people who love me, they still here.
Um, Now you dropped Humble Beast,
Yeah.
okay? That project, that was my first time really getting off into G horror, but I felt that 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 authenticity.
Yeah,
You know what
appreciate
I
it,
mean?
appreciate it.
That Chi-Town authenticity, man. Tell us about G Herb and what separates you from the rest.
Um, that was my whole point of really dropping Humble Beast. It was the introduction of who I am, who G Herbo was, versus the world or other rappers of my peers, and just talking about what I am and who I am and what I've been through. And my story is unique in so many other ways because I feel like just being from Chicago, we up against so much
Right.
different stuff that people all over the world not up against. So me being 16, 17, rapping about my lifestyle, and I'm living a lifestyle of a 25-year-old, 30-year-old, and I'm letting the world know that, So that's what really kind of separated me. I was never really promoting violence and none of that. In the world of drill music and all that's going on,
Right.
I was just being myself and telling my story, So
Was that your first passion music, or was it sports or something
no,
else?
basketball was my first
Bas-
love, yeah. Yeah.
So who's your favorite NBA team?
My favorite NBA team right now, Golden State, of course.
Okay. Do you think they're gonna do it again?
Yeah, they got to. If
Yeah.
they don't do it again, what's the
So-
point? They need to fire Steve Kerr or something. Fire somebody. Somebody need to get fired if they don't win.
Now, you being from Chicago, we know the challenges that the youth have, and you're part of today's youth. What would you tell them, and what's your message to the city of Chicago to kind of, let's kind of slow this down in this?
Staying focused, man. You gotta understand, life is not it's not full of coincidence. You gonna get in what you put out. If you in the streets, you gonna die or go to jail, unless you get out the streets. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts. You could die when you 40. You ain't got to die when you 18, when you deep in the streets. If you stay in the streets forever, you gonna die. My little cousin just lost his father. A lot of my homies right now that's out here in the streets who daddy's been gang banging since the 90s, since the 80s. Then went to jail, came out and died to the streets. And we 20, you feel me? Like 30 years younger than them. If you be in the streets, you gonna die or you gonna go to jail. One, it's not no ifs, ands, or buts. So you gotta understand what you in and maneuver through it.
What was the
I
turning
was in the
point?
streets and
Yeah.
I knew I could have died and went to jail every day I left. My turning point leaving the streets was me understanding you got to know what shoes you in. I know for a fact if I would have stayed on Essence for all my life, I would either be dead or in jail. So I had to really work to make something of myself. It's not no coincidence. I didn't get this far off my talent. Like I was always talented and always still heading towards destruction. I had to take it in my mind and say, all right, if you don't stop doing this, stop hanging with these niggas, stop getting high like this, stop spending your money like this, and focus on solely music and try and make it out the streets, you going to just be a story. You feel me? And I knew that. I was going to be a nigga that was raw as hell that just didn't make it. You feel me?
That's what's up, man. G Herbo. Now, what's next? I know we on this tour. What's
Yeah.
next after the tour?
After the tour, man, I'm dropping another album for sure. I know I'm going to drop
Now
another
we got a
album,
release date.
EP
We
or
got a
something.
title. Can you give me something?
I got a couple titles, man. Still swerving. We're gonna drop a bunch of shit. I got a lot of music. I got like 200 songs right now. Right now,
Okay.
200 unreleased songs. So it's just a matter of putting it out. I'm trying to put out everything, like everything. So
All right, now one last question, man. I always ask everybody this because everybody give a different answer. You kind of answered it with the Chicago one, but I'm gonna ask you a different way. Give them 3 keys to success in this game to succeed
Three
in this
keys to
game.
success.
Yep.
I said one before is really staying focused. You got to
Yep.
see the goal and know you're gonna make that goal. Two is really I don't know if like having faith and being focused is you gotta really have you gotta know like all right even in the toughest situations because being successful is going you're gonna have points where you feel like I'm not where I should be or I'm not gonna make it or I want to quit because I'm not making progress how I want to. You know what I'm saying? So you got to believe in yourself, have faith. That's the second thing. And work, you got to work. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts. You got all the talent in the world. If you don't work and apply 100% of your time to your craft, it's not going to go. You could do 80-20, you're going to be an 80%er. You feel me? Like, it's just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You know? And I'm going to give you a scenario before we leave and we done. Like, a kid like Juice World, that little nigga just blew up in like 40 days. He a real millionaire now. He only 19. He probably was 17 seeing niggas he look up to or niggas that he felt like was better than him and like, man, why the fuck I ain't made it? I want to quit. I want to give up. But now he a 19-year-old millionaire. It's never no too fast. You can't rush your process. You got to believe in yourself, see the goal, and go work and get it.
I heard that, man. See, Herbo, Longino show. That's appreciation, man.